Hi everyone, I'm Dave Mulvaney here with Dan Schultz. We're going to be recapping this past weekend's games, Week 1 in the B Division. Dan, Week 1 was very interesting.
It was.
We've never had so many teams in the B Division. 14 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every B Division team isn't even going to get a chance to see each other this season.
I know, it's almost sad. It's almost too bad that not every team is going to be able to play against one another.
Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is, though. The two best teams will probably be there at the end. I mean, that's usually the way it ends up working out.
Usually one of those teams is my team, the way it's worked out the last couple seasons.
Dan, we're going to get to your team soon. Don't worry about that. But let's start off. With Delaware, which welcome back, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Doc's Old Guys All-Stars.
Yeah, welcome back.
They welcomed him back.
Oh, man. They welcomed him back. Yeah, Delaware got killed. I mean, outside of Joe Walsh, no one had that good of a game. Brian Onley had a pretty good game for Delaware, too, with 11 points. But, man, Ben Register for Delaware was off 0 for 12. Doc's Old Guy All-Stars. Now, when you look at that name, you think, okay, this team is going to be full of old guy, former All-Stars. Yet the first name I see is former UD standout Kayla Miller, who happens not even to be old. She's young, but she's also not a guy. She's a girl. So I feel like that's misrepresentative of their name.
So would you like it to be changed
as an analyst,
immediately?
I'm really upset about that.
Would you like it to be changed immediately?
Yes. Just to Doc's not even Doc's old. They're not even old. Doc's All-Stars. Just take out the old guy, because that's clearly misrepresentative of your team. You're
Yeah.
some 23-year-old girl on your team, which is completely fine. You're just not old guy All-Stars.
Dan, I'm okay with the name.
It's her team.
I'm not upset about it at all. Every once in a while, I just leave out Docs and just put Old Guy All-Stars. Every once in a while. But they look good. They look good. Enough about their team name. Let's talk about their performance on the court.
Hey,
and they look good.
Calm
they
down.
look good out there.
Calm down over there.
I got a little excited.
Watch your tone. Watch that tone.
Got a little excited. But yeah, I mean, they have. Let me just go down here. You already mentioned they have Kayla Miller. I don't know Jim Smith, but he had 8 points. Gavin Bethel, who just from, I don't know him, but just saw he's been posted on the Facebook page a little bit. He, took some real offense to how you were talking about Doc last week. You got a lot of people that are not very happy with you right now.
I like how he said I was disrespectful, and yet he said that guy. It's like, dude, you know my name. You heard the name at the beginning.
He's not going to give you respect if you don't give Doc respect.
I like how that guy called us out. And I was like, all right. Dude, that's my job. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. This is how I get paid.
He made his comeback. I saw him there just from, he hasn't played in 4 or 5 years or something. So good showing for him.
Inspired his team.
5 of 8 from the floor. And it sounds like you might have motivated him a little bit. We have Al.
That's what I'm here for.
Al.
How many times do I gotta say that's what I'm here for?
And every time I talk, I'm like, no, we're here to deliver the news, Dan. We're here to deliver the news. This is what I was talking about yesterday when I say you get way too emotional on here. You can't separate.
You're the one yelling right now, so.
No, I'm getting fired up. All right? Al Nanasinkom, who I don't know how long, 3-4 seasons, he was a top player, a top scorer in this league. He's back. Didn't do a whole lot of scoring this week, but he's back. Pete dropping 18 points.
That usually doesn't happen.
Well, I've seen Pete go off and have some big games like this. When Pete gets to play a lot of minutes, he has big games. Joe Tidwell, who's back, he was on Doc's team a long time ago. I mean, Doc himself, didn't I say he needs to be scoring 30 a game?
I called him out at the very first week of the season, and you acted like I was being ridiculously disrespectful. Yet I only see 8 points from a player that was apparently going to be right in the running for MVP of the B Division.
You know what? I have to talk to Kayla for a minute. Then Kayla, you got to get Doc the ball. You got to get him. You got to give him more shots.
He took 7 shots, but
it doesn't mean he was getting the ball where he likes it.
Hey, 2 of 7. He's got to make at least. He's got to be at least like 4-7. In order for the ball to keep going his way. 2 of 7. I mean,
You know what? Just because that Doc's probably going to heat up and drop 50 next game.
I hope it happens, and I'll take all the credit for it, because that's the way.
You will take zero credit for it.
I will take all.
You will take zero credit for that.
This is the way it works here.
And then we have Marco Bianchi, who's back out of retirement. Out of retirement.
Pulling the Michael Jordan.
He's back. He's back. I'm glad to see him back out there.
Yeah.
But Delaware, you know who they missed? They missed the other Walsh brother, and they missed Bill.
The other Walsh brother.
The other Walsh brother and Bill. Was it Tom? Tom
The
Walsh.
other Walsh brother and Bill.
Bill. I don't even think Bill. Last time we had stats on
we
here.
just had Bill.
Bill didn't even have a last name on here all season.
He was like Seal. He just had like one
Bill.
name. Just one
Bill.
name. Or McDonald.
Bill's a heck of a player. I hope they find him. I hope they finally bring him
I
back.
don't even know if he's on the team.
He's probably not.
He's probably not. We're mentioning he's played like a year ago.
I missed him. I missed him out there. He would have helped.
And the other Walsh brother, who's not even listed on the roster.
Well, no, I don't think he's playing. He's not playing.
Okay.
I'm just saying they missed him this season compared to last season.
They missed
I'm not saying this game. I'm saying they're going to miss him all season, and I don't know about Bill. I don't even know about it. Next up, we have. Oh wow, I didn't mean to get to him this early. Prestige Worldwide versus Wild Style. Dan, I have a feeling we're going to be hearing a lot about Prestige Worldwide as the season goes on.
I'm going to try to keep us under the radar. This is a typical under the radar performance. You think you look at this stat this week and you go, oh wow, Prestige Worldwide, they got killed by 20. We got some surprises up our sleeves.
22. Sorry.
22. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out. 22 points. We got to the line 6 times. They got to the line 18 times. That's a different story. I'm not going to get into that. Kurt Phillips had a very good game. 19 points, 4 rebounds. No one else in Prestige Worldwide got even close to double digits. So we need to, and you know the funny part is, Kurt Phillips is so good, after the game he came up and apologized to the team and said, yeah, sorry guys, I had an off game. We were like, dude, you're the only one at double figures.
Dan, he took 17 shots, and you only took 5.
I think I took more than that.
Kurt Phillips is looking more like a problem right now rather than a solution.
No, Kurt is really, really good. He's probably one of the best big men in the B division, if not the best. So.
No, great 9-17, great game. Looks like his supporting cast was hurting a little bit. And Dan, listen, you'll probably never go 1 for 5 again in your life.
I hope not.
I've seen you go 1 for 8, 1 for 9, never 1 for 5. You've never put this combination together. And I've seen you go, 9 for 12. I'm not taking shots at you. I'm just saying, you are a shooter, Dan. You got to shoot. Shoot the ball.
That sounded eerily to the I'm a peacock, you got to let me fly line that you dropped a couple times.
It might be borderline going off of that. But, Dan, I feel like if you get 10 shots a game, you're guaranteed to get 20. Like, you would have made your next 5, and then you probably would have went on a
Shots
heater.
off. I'm just going to say, and we've had this discussion already, I'm not making excuses, but I'm saying as a shooter, those first, and I'm sure there's other shooters that will agree with me on this, those first 2 rims at Tatnall, on the first 2 courts 1 and 2, they are brutal as a shooter. If you are not making nothing but net on those courts 1 and 2, if you hit the rim at all, your shot is not going in.
Dan, a great shooter to me, I know this from talking to the doc himself, a great shooter doesn't even hit the rim. Doesn't even hit it. Rim's never a factor. Never a factor. Bank it, Dan. Just bank it. I've seen you do it when you put those half-court shots up. I've seen you bank a couple. Forget the rim. Don't let the rim take you out of your game. The rim is in your head right now.
I guess so. Yeah, because I had a couple threes that I shot it, and I was like, that's it. That's nothing but net. And it just went, just caught the rim, and it was like a pinball machine. It was just, bam, it just like flew off the rim.
Dan, there's confidence, and then there's overconfidence. It sounds like you have a little bit of overconfidence now.
I had 3 points. Of course I'm not overconfident. Are you kidding me? Like 3 points. What was I talking like I had like 20 or something like that? No. I'm just saying, supporting cast has to step up. We're adding a new player to the team, another 6'4" guy, so I think we'll be good. Yeah, we've got tricks over it. We'll be all right.
Dan,
don't doubt.
The only thing I can see right now that's going to pull you guys out of this is Nick Armour. Nick Armour, where is he?
I don't know. But I will say this, Kurt Phillips has a lot of Nick Armour to his game. 6'5", very good post moves. 19 points, 4 rebounds.
Nick, Dan misses you.
He's not even watching.
I don't care.
I'm just.
I could care less if he's watching or not. I just want to let everyone know that you miss Nick Harmon. Now we take a look. Brian Avant starting off the season with 20 points. That's impressive. Damian Ware, though, looks like he struggled a little bit. Only 3 for 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we did pretty well defensively on him. He did get to the line by throwing up some crazy shots and getting some foul calls out of it. But, he had a good game. He had an overall pretty good game, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, overall, I mean, Wildstyle definitely got better over the offseason, adding Matt McNulty, and Craig Schweitzer, two good players from the Hot Shots. So, yeah, they're going to be a tough team this year.
Now, I take a look, and on Facebook, we said, hey, Craig, is Damian come back? Is Brian come back? And he told me the only person I need to worry about is Chad Reynolds. He said I was asking the wrong questions.
It wasn't Craig, it was Mike. Mike Vaught, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at you. Man, I'm your PR guy here, too. I'm saving you from all kinds
I meant, I was thinking Mike when I said the wrong
That would have been embarrassing. Oh, man.
Man, I don't get embarrassed. But he told me the only one that I need to be worried about is Chad Reynolds. Chad Reynolds was a no-show.
He was 100% from the field.
He only took 1 shot.
Hey, it was a big shot.
He needs to get at least 2 a game. I don't want to see that again.
He's the new Randy.
No one will replace Randy. Never.
So,
just trying to think if there's anything else I had to say about your team, Dan.
No.
I think we're good for now.
I think we're done.
Next up, J Squad versus the Fireballers.
Told you J Squad wouldn't miss me. You made some big deal about, they're going to miss you, blah, blah, blah. No. First game mercy rule. Boom. How's that? How's that for a first game? 31-point win.
Dan, do you realize these are our 2 former teams playing against each other?
Yeah, it's almost...
It's weird.
Yeah, it's very
weird.
Yeah.
But
hey,
J Squad looked good. Real good.
Yeah.
Ted Dwyer looked like a man on a mission that game. Now, Ted made sure that he let me know. Dan, I don't do stats very often. I've done stats on the iPad. I don't think I've ever actually done them for a hack game, maybe like a part of a game. But I've done them. I've done them outside of here just to mess around with it if a game's on TV, just to stay somewhat fresh, so I know what I'm doing if I ever need to. So pace of the game, I was clearly a little rusty, but Ted made sure that I knew that I missed at least 1 or 2 of his threes, and I probably gave him to somebody else.
Oh man,
Ted was not happy with me.
God.
Not happy with me.
Jeez, how do you sleep at night? How do you?
I had trouble last night. He told me yesterday I had trouble sleeping last night. I felt terrible.
You robbed him of his career high.
Well, no, I didn't want him setting the bar too high the first game of the season.
That's fine.
Okay, I did it for Ted.
That's respectable.
I did it for Ted. Think about how much pressure that would be to be a 20-plus point scorer the rest of the season. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And 18, the expectation's not there anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, J Squad looked good. Fireballers, Rudy did a good job putting the team together. Now, I know the score doesn't show that. He got Max back. He got Christian back. J.P. Hurley, who also he captains the Tigers. 23 points, but 23 shots.
8 of 20.
But he hit some tough threes. He missed a couple of layups when he got to some of them weren't there were some good shots in there that just rolled out.
I don't know if the Fireballers have enough firepower, if you ask me.
The Fireball's gonna be fine. They're getting used to each other. Some of them were just introduced themselves at the game.
Well, that's how Prestige Worldwide was, and you weren't giving us any.
You never said that.
Oh my God! I told you off the camera that was our first game playing together, and you
told me off the camera.
I told you off the camera because it was a sensitive subject, and I didn't want to forget it. It's fine.
But yeah, J Squad, same J Squad.
Yep.
With a key loss, Dan Schultz.
Yeah, obviously it shows big time. They're missing me a lot. They could have won by 35 instead of 31.
34. 3 is 34. They would have won by 31.
I'm at a loss.
But once again, I apologize to Ted. I do appreciate
Don't apologize to me.
your emails, telling me how bad I did on the scores, on the stats. But
We love those. Those are our favorite emails to get.
I'll probably never be able to do stats again. Nah, just because.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that.
Next up, we have Team Battlefield versus Old School. Dan, is Team Battlefield that good, or is Team Old School that bad?
I'm going to go with Team Old School's probably that bad. No offense, guys. I'm just going to say, when one player on Team Battlefield outscores the entire opponent, you might not be a great team.
Well, if they didn't have
You might
that
have a
guy,
great performance.
if Tyler Hudson wasn't there, Old School would have won this game.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, 36. You let one guy put up 36 points again. No, that should not happen.
Did you realize that Tyler Hudson took more shots than the entire Old School team?
How does it? What is Old School? What is their offense? Are they running like a St. Mark's passing around for 3 hours offense before they shoot?
I'm not sure what
Jeez
happened.
Louise.
I'm going to give Old School a pass this week.
You
I'm giving them a
give
pass.
Every team a pass. You give every team, except for Prestige Worldwide. They're in trouble. But every other team, every team. Oh, I'm gonna give them a pass. What? They lost by 31 points. Ah, you know what? It was their first week. No, that's not good. To lose by 31 is not good.
Dan, a pass is what I'm going to get.
Oh my
Pass. I'm giving them 1 week.
Louise.
They had
Mary.
Mike Consorti, 10 points. I'm seeing some promise there. It's going to take the guys a week or two. Dan, you were a veteran. Jesse Kleiber on your team is a veteran. Sebi, veteran. These guys, first time ever playing in the league. Yes, I'm going to give them a pass. No, I'm not going to give you a pass.
They're full-grown men. It's not like they're showing up to their first kindergarten class, pissing their pants or something like
No,
that.
there was no
Stop.
There was no pants
It's
wetting
like, it's
going
not like they
on
were coming
here.
in like, oh, is this the gym we're playing at? Like, they're full-grown guys. They're going to come in, they're going to play basketball.
And they played bad
They're
this
not
week.
insecure
They
little
played
kids.
bad for
Yeah,
1
they
week.
played terrible. They played terrible.
Maybe Battlefield was just a bad matchup for them. You know what? If Old School is playing Worldwide Prestige or whatever it is right now,
Oh, you don't even already. You don't even.
I'm taking Old School in that
Oh, my
matchup.
God.
If they were playing tomorrow,
How do
I'm
you not
taking
know
Old
the name
School.
Prestige Worldwide. How do you not? That name is
Maybe
known
I butchered it on
throughout the
purpose.
world.
Maybe I butchered it on purpose.
I'm done.
Dan, we weren't even talking about your team. Always making it about your team.
I hope this is the last game of recap.
No, we're just beginning. We're just beginning. But yeah, Old School's getting a pass. And yes, Battlefield looked real good. All right? I'd like to see the shots spread out a little more. No one else on the team had more than 8. And Tyre had 30. But you know what? If he's there, Allen Iverson, then that's how it's going to be. Next up, in the mix, versus Hot Shots B, which I heard they want to now be called the Hotter Shots.
Oh, that's clever.
I don't know how I feel about it.
That's clever.
I just don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, in the mix looks like a good team. 23 points for DeQuan Peterson. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Ernest Watson, 10 points, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. Moses Dembley, 12 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, they're a good team.
We have a lot of players in this game who are A-division talent. I mean,
Definitely.
if Moses was the point guard, extremely quick. He was giving the Hot Shots a lot of problems. Daquan Peterson, clearly A-division talent. You also have Ernest Watson, who could be too. When you look at Hot Shots B, you have Tareem Temple and Mike Jones, who are probably, I know Tareem definitely is, Mike Jones probably is too, A-division talent. Tareem Temple, Torian Temple showed up, what, it wasn't that far off. He showed up like right before halftime and dropped 18. He almost brought them back. I think they were down like 20-something. So he's going to be a problem.
I gotta see consistency from the Hot Shots. I gotta see winners from the Hot Shots. I gotta see wins being made, being done, being completed.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it yet.
And the mix looks good.
They look very good.
Very good. They're going to be going to be a tough team, especially adding the quick point guard. You know,
Yep.
they're going to be tough.
No, they're going to be very good this year, as they were last year. Nothing's changed, except for adding a very good point guard that they didn't have last year.
And they have one more season all playing together under their belt.
Yep. Chemistry.
I'm pretty sure they were extremely disappointed with how their season ended.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Hey, I would be too.
Next up, we have Hog Mob versus Elite. Dan, Hog Mob started off last season extremely hot. I think at one point they were 5-0, 6-0 maybe even. Elite, who they used to be an A division team. Right? They lost Antonio Holly. They lost several other players. They have James Randolph. They have Troy Madison. I recognize a couple of these other players too. I'm not sure if they played with Elite last season or what. But Elite they have that A division experience. It's definitely going to help them in the B division.
No, they'll be a good team. I think they're more of a B division team, especially now, not with having Antonio on their team and all that. Hog Mob, Kyle Laporte might be their best player now, and he's a very, very good player. 16 points for him, 5 rebounds. Don Robinson, 15 points. The supporting cast for Hog Mob really needs to step up. It's not the Hog Mob I know. They need to step up. They're very capable of beating a team like Elite. No disrespect towards Elite, I'm just saying Hog Mob was number 2 team, number 1, number 2 team all last year. So, yeah, good first win for Elite. I mean, that's got to give them a lot of confidence. They can come in and be one of the best teams in the B division like that.
Yeah, Elite made it's a statement win for them.
Yep.
First game against one of the top teams in the B division last team, and beat them by 7. So, good win for Elite.
Yep.
Next up, Dan, we have the Faculty versus Wait For It. 2 juggernauts going head-to-head the first week of the season. Juggernaut.
I'm not sure you can call the Faculty a juggernaut. Wait For It, yeah, they're an A-division juggernaut. I think Chris Beam on Wait For It has to get, if we're gonna start giving out obscure awards like we tossed around in the past, he has to get the award for most deceptively great basketball player.
What are you trying to say?
Because you look at him and you think, okay, he's going to be a good role player. He'll probably hit a few shots. You don't expect him to go off for 15 points. He's gone off for 15, 20 points most games he's played. I'm just saying, like you just look at him, you're like, all right, he might hit he might be a good shooter. He might hit a couple threes or something like that. He can drive, he can dish, he can do everything.
Wait For It made some nice pickups. They lost both Rower brothers, but they made some nice pickups with Roberto Rivera, Alex Riley, and Malcolm Keys. Very good pickups with them. The Faculty came out real hot. Dominated for most of the first half. Wait For It took a lead, I guess probably 5 minutes into the second half. The game kind of stayed within probably 7 points. Faculty got it down to, I think, maybe 2 or 3 points a couple times late. Missed some big shots, missed some foul shots at the end. Good game all around. John Rodriguez, for being probably, not the smallest guy on the court, but nowhere near the tallest guy on the court. 17 rebounds, which is dominating the glass.
Matched his field goal attempts out there.
6 for 17. I mean, you were just talking about how great Chris Beam was, and he was 6 for 16.
Hey, he had a better game.
Dan, I'm sensing a little bit of hostility towards the Faculty right now.
No, get out of here. I'm just saying I think there might be a few team chemistry issues with you guys, because I know Mike Godwin is very, very protective of his rebounds. And if John is getting 17 rebounds, he's not sharing a rebound.
There's one thing I know about Mike Godwin, he's a team player. Along with the rest of the Faculty members. All team players.
Just their whole team doesn't always show up, like Don Potts or Shane Southern, who I heard were all big secret weapons.
Don is on injury until February. If we can get him out here soon,
you didn't mention that last time. You didn't mention that in the preview podcast right there.
Don sometimes gets hurt walking down the street. It could have happened. Shane, I fully expect him to be here this coming week. If we would have had Shane, Faculty would have ran away with the game. Mm-hmm. They would have ran away with it. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Okay.
Shane's worth 20 points and easily 15 rebounds.
Okay.
Easily.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Look at the offensive rebounds for Wait For It.
I will believe it.
15 of them.
I will believe it when I see it.
15 of them. But yeah, Brandon Christ almost brought us back at the end of the game. He got hot. He could be our closer. We're just starting to feel each other out a little bit. Paul Mulvena needs to shoot a little better, 3 for 10. He swears he wasn't 3 for 10, but stats don't lie. Sometimes they do. But stats don't lie. Andrew Healy. Can you, from now on, when you see him, can you call him Mr. 100% or Mr. 2 for 2?
I could try that, and then I'll probably just burst out laughing.
Probably, I don't know, the most underrated player
Sure.
in all of basketball.
I sound like Bill.
In all
I
of
sound like
basketball.
Bill Walton right now commentating games. Oh my gosh, the most brilliant, most amazing player to ever grace the earth and play this sport.
Jeff Lawson 4 for 10, but Jeff had to battle with John Rodowski because Jeff was our biggest guy. We were missing our 2 tallest guys this game. When you play against John Rodowski, you need all the height you can get. So Jeff had to guard him the whole game and put everybody a little bit out of their position. I mean, we had Andrew Healy and Mike Godwin playing our 4.
Ooh, yeah. Well, that's why
They're
you lost.
threes.
That's why you
They're
lost
threes.
right there. That's why you lost right there. Too much small ball. You can't win in small ball in these big B division leagues.
Dan, did you take a look at the faculty's jerseys? How good did they look on the court? How good?
I mean,
Dan.
I guess when you lose a game,
Dan.
you got to look at all kinds of stuff that doesn't matter.
Dan, the faculty's going to be just fine. I wish we played Worldwide Prestige next week.
It's not our name. This is not our name. This is the 3rd time you said it wrong.
How many team names do you switch on people?
Have you never
I've had teams put in
Step
requests.
Brothers? How have you never seen Step Brothers?
I have seen Step Brothers.
Prestige Worldwide.
You've been butchering some of these team names for so long
Like
that
who?
they put a request in.
Like who?
They put a request and they said,
Name one.
Dave, can you please? I mean, Doc's team. You've been given a hard time to all these different, and I'm not going to have it. I'll put my foot down right here. That means it's time to end the show. All right, everyone. Thanks for checking us out this week. I wouldn't say anything from you, Dan, but clearly you're done talking. I put up on the Facebook page. I posted, the game of the week. We're going to videotape. The way we're going to select the game of the week is under that post in comment section. I listed all of the games. All you have to do is just like that game. Whichever game gets the most likes, we'll videotape and put it up on YouTube.
Right now, the faculty game is in the league.
Oh,
You hear that?
That is such a. That is so.
How many we got? How many? What's the hot?
14 likes.
Wow,
my gosh.
faculty's up to 14 likes.
You know what? You're probably just making up fake usernames.
16, actually.
16 now.
Ooh.
16. What's the next? What's in second right now, Mike?
For the B.
Yeah. No, it's overall. It's
You're
overall.
probably telling all the hack employees to vote for that game.
Second is
You can have anybody like it.
Second is Team Battlefield with 8.
Wow. Faculty.
Running away with
And
it.
I just want to go on record. I liked every single game as myself and the Hack Adult Basketball
Hey,
game.
you
So I'll
know-
spot everybody
The
too.
faculty is America's team.
You know, no. You know what that is? You know what that is right there? You know what that
America's
is?
team.
You know what the faculty getting the most votes is right there? That's like Jeremy Lin getting on, like leading the guards in All-Star votes, even
America's
though he
team.
plays for the Rockets.
We even got likes from Vernon Sharper. He's an A division player. America's team.
Oh, God.
Maybe faculty is America's team.
Why would Vern vote for that? Makes no sense.
Makes a lot of sense
No,
to me.
It does not.
I mean, Bird's a huge fan of the faculty.
And let me count. Hold on. There's only 4 faculty votes on here.
Yeah.
Only 4.
So that
The rest
means
are
12.
That means you're telling all your
12
hack
players
employees-
is-
telling all your hack
Anyone,
employees here.
Dan, you need to call your family, your friends. You need to get them all on there. You need to tell them, like our game.
Just feel bad for
Just because the faculty and their fans pay attention to the page a little bit more than everyone else.
just feel-
America's team.
How many fans are the faculty up to? Over 1 million?
Yeah, it's
Over 1
gotta
million
be.
fans? All right. Thanks a lot for checking us out this week. Like I said, get on the Facebook page, like your team. Faculty's already up to 16. My goodness. By the time this thing airs, it's probably going to be Saturday anyway, so they won't have much time. By the time you see this, faculty will probably be up over 100.
Are you done? You done?
I guess I have to be.
Okay.
You can check your stats out on our adult basketball website, hacadultbasketball.com. We have pictures up on the Facebook page. Anything from you, Dan? All right, we'll see everyone on Sunday.